If you're just joining us tonight, the Air New Zealand flight from Wuhan with 190 evacuees on board is due to land in just over half an hour. We'll go live to Auckland Airport throughout the program. But we begin tonight in Southland, where extreme flooding has continued to cause havoc across the region. In Mataura, halfway between Invercargill and Gore, residents are angry after the looming threat of a volatile toxic compound became a reality today. Authorities say toxic ammonia gas is likely to be released when floodwaters saturate around 10,000 tonnes of ouvea premix being stored at the mothballed Mataura papermill. It's a potentially toxic byproduct from aluminium. The first residents were evacuated first thing this morning, but soon after, the entire town was told to immediately leave due to a threat from the floodwater. But they now believe it was because of the risk of toxic gas. Our Otago-Southland reporter Timothy Brown has spoken to evacuated residents at the Edendale Presbyterian Church who feel they are being kept in the dark and aren't getting the full story.
The former Mataura paper mill, mothballed 2 decades ago, is the storage facility for 10,000 tonnes of ouvea premix, a fertiliser product that comes from hazardous waste produced by the aluminium smelter in Ty Point. When mixed with water, the product can produce a deadly ammonia gas cloud. And the paper mill? Well, it sits on the banks of the Mataura River, which today swelled to record levels. Tim Ford says he had to evacuate his home from near the Mataura River at 6 o'clock this morning when he received Civil Defence's text alert.
Well, it was all right for a start. We just went up the hill to the mother-in-law's house because that's out of the flood zone. But then when they were worried about the chemical, I guess, and you could smell it in the air, then that was when the hill was evacuated as well. So it wasn't just about the water at that stage, I guess.
There was
odour around? Yeah, there was an odour around. And then when we drove down the hill to head out of town, you could smell it a wee bit more.
Another resident, Jim Burr, says residents have been left with little information about the situation.
You look on the Gore district pages, the evacuation pages, there's photos, like obviously helicopter photos of like Gore and surrounding districts and what's going on in Gore, but there's nothing about Mataura. Like, there's not one photo, there's not any, no one's telling us what's happening in Mataura, if the water's going through Mataura, if the banks have been breached, nothing. Like, it's just nothing.
You feel like you're kept in the dark?
Yeah.
Emergency services initially based themselves at Mataura's fire station and police station. With little warning, earlier today, everyone was told to get out. The cordons have expanded further and further throughout the day. Checkpoint understands due to the risk of what's stored at the old paper mill. There are reports of flooding in some streets in the town, but residents aren't sure what's going on. And for Jocelyn Cox, that's the worst part. And that's the worst part, is it just not knowing?
Yeah, they're not knowing. There's no updates. Everything's of Gore, nothing's of Mataura.
What about Civil Defence, police?
They don't know nothing.
They haven't been able to tell you anything about what's going on?
No, not about what's going on in Mataura. You know, just that we can't go back there at present. And we ask them questions, and I don't know.
One thing all the residents I spoke to agree on is that they want the waste product gone.
We don't want it. We got it dumped in Mataura and we didn't even know about it. Till it was too late, they couldn't get rid of it.
And it's disgusting that it's been put there. And that, you know, we've all, you know, known about it being there, and we've all been trying to, you know, get them to move it. Take it somewhere where there's no river right next door to it, no residents and whatnot, so that it's in a safe spot.
Perhaps Tiwai take their byproduct back and sort it out themselves. It's their byproduct. We didn't want it there. We had no say in the matter.
And people have protested about it before and tried to get rid of it. Obviously now they'll have to.
No, we predominantly can't go home for days. Well, what's the effects? Not just on our town, but the environment? I don't know. Don't know nothing.
Last year, local councils secured a deal with the government to deal with the product over 6 years. That's not soon enough for Mataura residents. In Edendale, for Checkpoint, Timothy Brown.